passed away a few months ago. New Jack.
I was with New Jack WrestleMania weekend. WrestleMania was in Tampa at this football stadium, and usually a week before the WrestleMania, there's all kind of shows going on that week. You know, that trail around WrestleMania, like autograph sessions, little conventions, signings, and stuff. So I was on two or three of them that week because I live in Tampa, and plus I do it every year. WrestleMania weekend, I'm somewhere. I'm in a show doing something, and New Jack was on the show. I got a poster somewhere with it was Tony Atlas, Sergeant Slaughter, Fonzie, the Bushwhacker, New Jack, and several other Virgil, a bunch of wrestler guys. And I went over and seen New Jack. We were all sitting down doing autographs at the tables and stuff. And him and I went and had lunch that day, and then he dies a couple weeks later. Hell of a talent, hardcore, badass. He was a real McCoy. He was unpredictable. He was aggressive. He backed down from nobody. And he was legitimately a badass bounty hunter, all that stuff. He said he's killed a few people by self-defense, whatever. You know what I mean? And I believe it. Great story, great guy, but could snap. And, you say the wrong thing, I don't care who you are, Sandman, whoever, he'd fucking blow up to you. But a great guy, New Jack, all around.
You mentioned the Sandman. Were you in the locker room for whatever that was?
Sandman and
Sandman and New Jack. Yeah, Sandman told an off-color joke.
Something happened and then New Jack didn't like it and threw a beer bottle at Sandman and it busted all over the wall right next to his head. But that was settled that night. Something that just rubbed him the wrong way, and Sandman didn't know. You know what I mean? He wouldn't have said it if he didn't mean anything vicious or any, thing personal. He just said what he said, and that happened. But that just shows New Jack can snap. We all thought it was funny, and New Jack didn't, and he called Sandman out on it. He said, "Motherfucker, threw the bottle at him."
Have you got any other New Jack stories where you maybe dived over the wrong balcony, it went too far, or something in a bar, or something in backstage? Apparently, he used to chase a lot of people, trying to kill them backstage, and not necessarily wrestlers. It could have been anyone.
Well, we were at the ECW arena in Philadelphia. There was a Holiday Inn by the airport that we all used to stay in, and we were all checking in, and I had already checked in, so I was sitting in the lobby on a couch, and some guy came, sat right next to me. He didn't know I was affiliated with the wrestlers because I didn't look like a wrestler, and he was sitting next to me. He said, "Damn, who are all those guys? Who are those big guys?" And I said, "I think they're professional wrestlers. I'm not sure." And he says, "Well, they don't look that tough to me." And I said, "Well, wrestlers are pretty tough." He said, "I could fuck one of those guys up in a minute." And I said, "Hey, fat boy, you couldn't even fuck your own grandmother up. Who the fuck are you?" I'm trying to pick a fight with him, and he didn't like what I said. And he challenged me, he picked me right up, and I put my face in his chest so he couldn't hit me in the face. So he could only hit me in the head. So the guys are checking in, they turn around, they see this guy. Oh, he was a rugby player. He was playing rugby, professional rugby player. So he was a pretty tough cat. So he's pounding on my head, and New Jack turns around and says, "Hey, look, that guy's beating up Fonzie." That's all he had to say. Then I got 10 wrestlers. I wouldn't have done that if I didn't know if I had backup. I'm not going to pick a fight with somebody. But the guy was mouthing off, being a smart ass. So I laid it on him. So New Jack was the first one over. He said, "Hey, somebody's beating up Fonzie." They fucked that guy up. He was crawling on his hands and knees out of the fucking front door at the Holiday Inn. The doors open automatically. He was crawling. He got in the band. His boys wanted no part of all the 10 guys. I think Coronas, a bunch of guys were there checking in. So they were all beating his ass. They were almost rocking his van over when he got in to try to flip it over. So he was pretty cool.
That's a great
And
story.
we take care of each other. We take care of each other. The wrestlers take care of each other.
Well, do you know, were you party to the parking lot brawl in like 97 or something like that? Oh, no, it must have been like 98, maybe 99. And apparently Tammy started it, Tammy Sitch.
Yeah, which one? I don't really remember, but there was a lot of incidences where, we got in a fight with some smart ass, thinks he's a big wrestling guy, it's the same guy, but wrestling fans are funny. Most of them are cool as hell. 99.9% of the wrestling fans enjoy it. They love what we do. They're into it. They know us. But once in a while you get a smart ass that, wants to be famous or talk smack about us, but that's unusual, but the same guy who would spit on me at the ECW arena would buy me a cocktail at the bar after. You know what I mean? They just get carried away. And we're doing our job. If we were making people mad or something or making them happy, we're doing our job.